Good day guys, and welcome to another episode of the Garden Gnome. In today's video we will be covering soil preparation. We will be covering planting lettuce mixed salad, and then we'll also run into a little issue that I'll obviously leave to your imagination. So stay tuned and like, subscribe, follow. I am on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Obviously, this does help the channel grow. So let's get into it. The patch you're looking at currently, the soil used in this patch is problematic, and I'm going to tell you why. I did try growing mixed lettuce before in this patch, and the soil that I used, unfortunately, it was under the seed table. And what happened is that every time I was scratching, repacking, organizing, browsing, a few seeds, different seeds actually fell into the soil. And that same soil that I took and I used it here. And when I tried growing my lettuce, I then started seeing tomatoes, turnips, radishes, a mixed variety of things coming up. And this obviously put me off. I then culled most of the plants and started over. Now, what you're going to see is that I also have some raised bed issues. These issues does unfortunately limit me. So what happened was that the person that was helping me in the garden, they were not paying close attention to the beds or how to structure the beds from the start. So yes, we put a lot of logs, wood, a lot of material that's going to break down after time, and this person disregarded everything. And now I sit with some high spots where I've got a log very close to the top layer of soil, and it's causing challenges, and I even sit with bigger problems after that. Now what I did so far is I just cleared the area with my garden fork, just loosened up the soil. I then also can feel that, listen, there are places that's not done right, like the section. And what you're seeing right now, guys, this is the surprise. I have a sinkhole in my raised garden bed. Unfortunately, this is due to bad initial building of the raised bed. So now I run into this issue now and again, and it's going to continue. The fix, or the long-term fix for this, would be to remove all the soil and start over. But I mean, I'm in the prime growing season of summer. I don't want to do that right now. I think I will do that in early winter. So yeah, so now we need to jump into fixing this problem. So what's happening now is that the top layer, or the top log, and the bottom log, there's spaces in between, right? So now it's causing this hole, and this hole is quite deep, guys. I didn't zoom in on the camera. I think I was too busy focusing on how to fix it. And what I basically did here, right, is I'm taking the initial soil and I'm breaking it down to go deeper down into the bed. I'm just going to use that as a layer. Obviously, the soil does have very good nutrients that I want to keep. So now I'm just breaking down as much soil as I can. Now bear in mind, right, this is not a nice problem, number one. Number two, it's scorching outside. This is one of 5,000 tasks that I need to do. But you know what, I thought, let's just deal with it, or deal with the issue on hand. So the first thing I did was I did have sterilized building sand, and I filled that up first, right? Now this is gonna create a drainage base for me at the bottom. So what I'm now doing is I'm watering that sand, and there is a lot of mixed stones inside of it. This is going to help with the drainage system, and I'm watering it right now to ensure that it seeps down to the bottom, right? I have to do it in layers, unfortunately. This is not just you close the hole up and there you go. I have to do it in layers. I'm also checking for the consistency of how the water is running, because if the water does not technically stagnate in the hole, then that tells me that there's still a lot, or it's still quite deep to go. So what I did was I turned the nozzle on the hose to jet, and this just helps break down. You'll see the water was standing still. I broke down further, or I made the hole a bit bigger to get more of the soil inside, right? Now, you see the object that I'm busy jetting now, right? You see there's a shiny brownish item, and that's actually a piece of wood. Now look how close to the top that is. That is extremely concerning. So once I'm happy with how much I filled the hole so far, I'm going to go in with compost now. And what I did was I soaked. There was compost that I actually soaked, right? I'm trying to compact that hole as much as possible. I don't want it to be dry, because what's gonna happen is that if it's dry, it's never gonna bind. So I'm taking as much soil as possible, and I'm closing that hole. I do not want another episode of the Stranger Things to happen. And guys, it is frustrating. So if you do have helpers around in the garden, make sure they know what they're doing. Make sure that they're actually as much invested as you would be, just to avoid these problems entirely. So I'm still obviously compacting the hole. I want to make sure, because remember what's happening below the soil, I mean, we can't see, and I'm hoping that putting as much soil in that one spot, and because it's not dry. So if the hole was straight, and let's say the hole was circular, and I compacted it down, that would be obviously an ideal situation. But because everything's uneven, I'm trying to cram as much soil into every open crevice that that hole could form in. So yeah, I mean, that was my surprise. So what I'm doing, or what I'm gonna do shortly, is that I'm just leveling it out now, so that everything is one level. Obviously, I do not like uneven gardening. That also creates quite a lot of challenges, and you can see by the way the garden tool moves over that piece is that it does. I mean, it is solid. It's not breaking through. So I'm continuing to make holes now, right? And I do want to plant a lot of lettuce. I want to see them all come up together. And because it's the mixed salad variety, I'm gonna get greens, I'm gonna get reds, I'm gonna get different shapes, sizes, textures of lettuce, right? So the plan is to ensure that I'm able to provide lettuce to the family every day, and then also to sell in the nursery, uh, which I have started. So now I'm going to get those seeds quickly, and yeah, let's see if we can make it through this video without any further issues. So those are the mixed lettuce seeds. Those are also my personal seeds. Those are not bought. That is grown out of my own garden. So what I did was I grew lettuce and then had it bolt, flour, dry, and this is how we get here. So lettuce is it's a very small seed, right? And what I'm doing is that I'm possibly adding about 5 or let's say 4 or 5 seeds per hole, and it's just to get the best germination rate. That's it. I am going to sacrifice once they start growing per hole. I only want one lettuce or one plant per hole. But we'll see which one obviously thrives. And I mean, I want to take the biggest, strongest looking plant and actually hold on to it. But this is now not biggest, strongest in terms of once they fully grown. This is actually based on the strongest seedling that comes out. What I've seen is that this area of my garden is facing north, if I'm not mistaken. It's about, yeah, it's about north. And lettuce does grow well in the spot, so there should be no issues. So now I'm continuing to just, I mean, it's a fine seed, right? So what I'm doing is I am just closing it up, just roughing up the soil again, making sure that every hole is covered, but also not compacting too much on top of it, because from my understandings that seeds also would, or they need aeration, and when you compact, you're obviously limiting the amount of air that's able to circulate. So what I come in here with again, as per my previous video on the Kalahari pearl maize, is that I am coming in with some nice compost, and the only purpose for the compost, I mean, it doesn't serve a purpose, let's say, for the next 15 to 20 days. But every single day that I water the compost, the nutrients is dropping down into the soil, and this is going to benefit the plant as it's coming up, right? I mean, we want strong, healthy looking plants, and we don't only want to give fertilizer to make them look beautiful. So my methodology on this is that providing the nutrients, right, that's not high in nutrients, or it's not like a liquid fertilizer that's going to immediately jump in. I'm providing something that I know that for the next 20 to 30 days that is going to provide nutrients in general as a basic, you know. If I do decide to fertilize a little later in the plant's life, then definitely. But just giving that, or giving them the opportunity to be the best version of themselves, right? You'll see I am compacting the compost a little. It's just so that it binds to the soil. It's not to close anything, or to compact to the point where the seed suffocates, you know. Guys, I am excited to see what happens. I will post an updated video. So now I'm going to proceed to water the soil, and as you know, firm believer in soaking, just so that everything or all the preparation now, it binds together, right? I do have another experiment that I'm actually running in the background. Now this experiment is actually planting seeds, but only watering 2 days after you've planted. So the methodology behind that is that allowing nature, the morning dew to set, and actually keep that seed moist. I want to see if it's going to germinate slower or faster, but I will keep you updated on that, guys. If you've made it this far through the video, thank you very much. If you'd like to see anything specific, let me know. If you've got any questions, feel free to hit me up on Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube. I will gladly answer your questions. Guys, Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. And that's a wrap for another episode with the Garden Gnome. Thank you very much. Bye bye.